Dominic Ciccolone, 48 Kennedy Drive. I've been here for 24 years. I didn't buy a house in here thinking that I am going to work my butt off until I croak to save money. I came in here to retire, and when I become of age, I've had a kidney transplant, I'm 73 years old, and I'm going strong. But I'll be damned if I'm going to go out. I take care of that whole end of Kennedy Drive with my neighbors. I've been doing it for 24 years. And there isn't a person there that drives by that says it looks bad because you can't. And if you do, you're barking up the wrong tree. And first of all, if the name, Patty's name was on that ballot to begin with, we wouldn't be going through this tonight.
Hi.
Who are you?
I'm calling Preston 9 Piper's Way. This is not my opinion. I know everybody's talking about opinions tonight, but I'm talking about the law. Mass General Law 180. This meeting has to happen. You have no choice. Your vote tonight is kind of immaterial. The meeting has to happen. And if it doesn't, you're in violation of the law. And I don't think you're not gonna have one chance in the world in court. And none of us wants to go through that again. None of us wants to spend any more money, time, effort on this. Why not just have the election, get it over with, and move on? Just fighting this on and on and on, it's nonsense. It's been nonsense from the beginning. Lynn, that was the most blatant conflict of interest violation I have ever seen, and I've seen a lot. And you're subjecting yourself to the next petition. That was a terrible conflict of interest. You should never have, no, it's not my opinion. You should not, you have, please, would you, yeah, please.
Yes, I do. You shouldn't be berating a board member.
Thank you.
Right.
The other thing I wanted to say is that Patty contested this election 3 times. 3 times she was ignored. You didn't do a single thing. You abdicated your responsibility.
Right.
Once you did that, it was up to the members to take over and do your job for you, and that's exactly what they did. This meeting is going to take place because it has to by law. And this vote tonight is meaningless. The vote itself can be contested because of the conflict of interest. This is a travesty. And you need to stop. You need to stop now.
David Tessier, 7 Jefferson Way. Colleen, you just said this has to be run by state law. Then let's throw out all those ballots with the stickers on them because they were dirty ballots. Let's throw it, no, if we're running it by state law, then throw out those ballots because they weren't approved by the board of directors and they also passed them out on the grounds.
Dave, I believe that's exactly what'll happen when the new election is held. I believe that's exactly what'll happen.
What new election?
The new election that will happen at the meeting on the 26th, because legally, they are entitled to have their meeting.
We have our elections once a year. Annual meeting, we have our elections.
Yes, but by petition, we're having another one. Legally, we have no choice. We as a board of 9 can be sued as a corporation, and even our attorney will not fight this in court for us. The members petitioned for it.
What about all the rest of us members that they didn't come to my house to have me sign
They
that?
didn't need to. They only needed 10% because they only needed 10%.
Yeah.
The bylaws say you only need, excuse me, the bylaws state you only need 10% of the members' signatures to call a meeting. Now, if people want to go to the meeting, they go. If they don't have to. They have to achieve a quorum and then they hold their election. But the election will be upheld in a court, no matter what we say here. I'm sure there are going to be people, but just like the rest of our rules, there has to be a quorum. What do the bylaws state? Well, I believe the bylaws are a quorum of the membership, so I would say it's approximately 87, 92 people, thereabouts, depending how many people are in good standing at the time. It depends at the time how many people are in good standing. Yeah, well, as of today, but we don't know what it'll be next week. So, well, but okay, so 90. I'm sorry, can you get to the microphone? People can't hear you. Okay. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Well, I think my big, Bob Casey, 34 President's Way, my big problem is, you're not advertising this as a meeting, you're advertising it as an election. You could have a meeting, and you should have had a meeting, and maybe you discussed all this stuff, but you want to jump right into a meeting. Now, I understand there was a recount, was there not? No. Was there a recount, yes or no? Can somebody on the board answer that?
Yes, there was a recount.
So we had an election, she lost. We had a recount, she lost. What are we going to do? 3 bites of the apple? Is that what this is about? And also, she wants to name the place, the time, the when, where, and how.
No.
How is that fake?
No.
Read the stuff that was put out there.
She's not naming the time.
Actually, I personally looked at every ballot.
That's because it is a legal election. Well, check your laws, Lola. It will, and then we're going to have to pay some other attorney because Oz won't fight this in court because he said we won't win. Yeah, it's going to go to court. He is. No, I'm not. I'm just stating the facts. I'm stating the facts. I don't claim to know more than our attorneys. I listen to what they say. I don't claim to know any more than a judge. My opinion doesn't overrule a judge, doesn't overrule the thousands of dollars we've spent to an attorney. It doesn't overrule any of that. The attorney says what he says, the judge says what they say, and we are obligated even to do what the members say. No, we're not.
We're elected to represent us.
Go ahead, who's speaking now? Patty?
Hi, Patty Bangert, 9 Pipers Way. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Patty Bangert, 9 Pipers Way. Well, wow. I guess I sent out a letter with all of the details and the truth. I don't know how to expand on that really. But I do want to say, when people talk about the ballots and counting the ballots, there was a recount, and there were 2 questionable ballots. And well, you know, not again, that's what we're all saying, because the same things keep coming up. The board, I'd like to say, they would never have allowed me to be nominated from the floor if that was an implicit agreement that I was a member in good standing. They would not have allowed me, that alone was an agreement that I am a member in good standing, or it would not have happened, it could not have happened.
So there you go.
I agree. I feel like you were waiting for a response from somebody, so I'll give you one.
I know, I was just thinking, because there were a couple things I wanted to say, but yeah, I guess that's it. There, you know, really, if you do, it doesn't, we don't have to charge fraud in order to contest the election, but there was plenty of it, and I can certainly dig that up for you if you like. One being misinformation posted behind glass doors, just incorrect information, lies about me that once they were revealed to be untrue, I requested that the board remove that. It was there for the purpose of the public reading it and being misinformed. That is fraudulent behavior in an election. And there's several other examples, but
Herbert, 13 Truman Court. I believe you said there'll be no absentee ballots, correct?
That's what the petition states, not
Well,
me.
In that case, they may as well get ready, because there's a lot of people that aren't gonna be able to make it down there. And I'm damn sure not gonna go down and first cancel my reservations so I can go to another fake election.
And that is you are well within your rights. And that's the whole
They are
point of
violating
this.
my rights of not being able to vote.
But you can vote.
No, I can't. I'm not gonna be available.
Well, but that's, again, nobody's,
Before this punches.
if you need to go to the microphone so that it can be on the corporate record, because it can't pick up if you're not on a mic.
I did think of one other thing I wanted to say, and that is that the votes in the room on election day, I did win by somewhere between 13 and 15 votes by the people in the room. Then they added the absentee ballots, which of course had gone out without my name on it. And you know, this is just a fact, when absentee ballots change the outcome of an election, that alone is grounds for contesting an election. Yes, when absentee ballots change, because there's that much emphasis put on the people present and the people voting. Well, it's just a fact, Lola. I'm sorry you don't want to hear it.
Absentee ballots are not grounds for a contested election.
If they change the outcome of an election, it is grounds for contesting. Of course they do. Of course they do. Yeah. No, I didn't. I said that if absentee ballots, when they are added
Your
in,
petition is taken there right away from them.
well, the absentee ballots, well, in our bylaws, the absentee ballot, this is a people's petition, by the way.
There's so much wrong
But-
with it. If I take a petition up, all right, and get 10% of the people in this spot to evict you, is that gonna be valid?
No.
Well, valid, will it?
No.
It's not the right.
Excuse me.
I'm sure you would love to do that,
Excuse me.
Lola. I'm sure you'd love to do
Lola,
that.
let me clarify something here. If you take up a petition and get 10% of the membership,
To evict somebody, anybody.
It's 50%.
first of all, then it would be I would call a meeting. If the petition was valid, we would hold a meeting, and if the membership chooses,
50%.
then the membership chooses.
Thing to do, and you know it. It's the wrong thing to do.
No, because only the membership can take away a membership.
Right.
I care immensely, but the difference is I care about everybody, not just some. I care about the whole pack. Yes, the minority as well as the majority, where some people only care about the majority. Yes. Because contrary to what people are saying, I don't want to double the rent. I don't want to double the rent. I don't want to hire a maintenance man. I don't want to do any of those things because A, I can't, and B, why would I want to double the rent? No, I'm just saying, this piece of paper that people signed, that's how they got signatures on it. By threatening people, by lying to people. At least the other people that go around in this park and speak facts, speak truth. Whether people want to agree with them or not, they're speaking their truth. They're not intimidating anybody. They're not handing them a bag of food and then telling them to sign a piece of paper. That's not happening. But that's happening with that's exactly what's happening.
Everybody has a right to do whatever they want to do.
Yes, you're right.
but we don't.
Everybody has a right. Pat, you need to get to the microphone if you want to speak, but Ken's going to go next.
Hi, my name is Ken Flea. We live at 59 Piper's Way, and we have for 20 years. It seems to me that we could have a less contentious board if it was discussed as a gentlemanly and womanly discussion instead of it starting to raise our voices. That to me is very, very objectionable. We have gotten to where we are in a lot of cases through volunteerism. And I would encourage anybody in the park that's sitting on their duff day in and day out to get involved. There's lots of small jobs that has to be done, a lot of time involved, but it just takes a little bit from everybody to get this done. And you can see the rent going down again, which is unheard of. Thank you.
Pat Martin, 38 Kennedy Drive. I just have an expression of my feelings followed by a question. I feel tonight this is almost shameful that we are sitting here and our board of directors are screaming at us. They're yelling, they're saying, I have the power, I have the power. We, the owners in this park, and as I'm going to say, as a realtor, I tell people every day as they come here that they own the park. Every single buyer. And I cannot understand for the life of me. Here's my question. Have the election. Have a vote. There's 278 people. Call it a day. Whatever comes, comes. Why is there so much terror in this board over the concept that there might not be a 5-4 majority on their side? They fought every single election to keep that majority and rule us. There's no ruling. We are the owners. Have the election. Nobody has anything against Lynn. Nobody I know has anything against Patty. Two decent people. Pick and choose. Call it a day.
I left out one thing I wanted to say, actually two things. First of all, last year I took down 7 big dead trees across the street from my house. I saved this park a lot of money, but